Okay, everybody. Today we're going to be talking about again online marketing strategies and recruiting through leadership. And you guys are going to see what we're talking about here in a second. But just want to quickly go over our normal routine because you know what, guys. This is a constant and a constant message that we want to place out there, so that it's kind of drilled in your head what we're talking about when it comes to our inner circle marketing strategy. Again, first we want to identify the target market. Very, very important. We want to position ourselves in front of that target market by providing solutions to their problems and answers to their concerns. We want to then if we're doing this in the right way, positioning ourselves in the right way, we're going to start getting traffic, and that's going to allow us to start capturing some names and hopefully telephone numbers to start building a relationship. And all this builds up to the know, like, and trust factor. That's what we want to do. That's what we're looking to accomplish. But here's how it fits in to recruiting, because you know there's a lot of stuff being said. You know, every company has their own, obviously, their own individual compensation system. And most companies, what they do is they tell you their ideal plan. So in other words, let's say we're talking about a company that has a binary plan, and they tell you, you know what, you get two people, and then those two people get two people, and those two people get two people, and before you know it, you got 5,627 people in your organization, and you're making all this money and all that stuff. But the reality of it is, guys, that it doesn't really work that simple. So you sponsor two, they get two in this example, and et cetera, et cetera. So you go out there, and more importantly, guys, you know, I'm giving you this information, so you're going to have a heads up, right? But you go out there and you tell your prospective partner, listen, all you have to do is get two to get two to get two, and you're just following what the company's teaching you, right? But the fact of the matter is that the first two you get may not do anything, right? The first four you get may not do anything. So you got what we call dead players, right? And that's a reality. Dead players are people that just don't do anything. They come into your organization for whatever reason. Their self-image is not there. Their you know, their work ethic is not there. Their belief system is not there. Their mentality is not there. It could be 100 different variables, 1,000 different variables. But just because the company says, hey, it's a binary, you sponsor two and you get two, and then those two get two, and it doesn't work that way. And I think if you have any experience, you guys know this stuff. I just want to make this point simply because a lot of times we go out there and we reiterate what our company tells us, and then we get people that fall off because they say, hey, you know what, I sponsored my two and those two didn't do anything. So really what we want to do is kind of, you know, be upfront with people and tell them the facts of the matter. It may not be your first two. We're looking for two players. And how do we find those two players? We'll get into that in a second. But the other thing is, of course, attrition. That's a reality in network marketing. You get people that are compulsive buyers, and then they're also compulsive quitters. They jump from one thing, and they sit there for a second, and they leave. You know, I can't tell you how many people I've had that have called me up and said, Mike, I'm going to be the greatest thing you ever seen in network marketing. And then they won't return my calls right after that. Right after that conversation, next day I call and try to set a plan for them, and they just run away. So that's the reality of what we're doing, guys. And, you know, you're also going to get a big group of people that are just product users for whatever product you're using, you're marketing, or whatever service you're marketing. If it's in telecommunications, if it's in vacations, if it's in, you know, the nutrition industry or weight loss or whatever, they're just product users. They love the product. They're going to stay with the product. They're good long-term customers for you, but you can't expect to build a business with them. They're not business builders. So if you're looking for long-term residual income, what you're looking to recruit are people that are ready, willing, and able, that have the mentality, have the focus, have the work ethic to build a business now. So and those, they're not hard to find, but they're not readily available. It has to be, you're again. We like to go back to our strategy, which is the number one thing is get in front of your target market. So you have to decide who are those people that are ready, willing, and able, that have the mentality, have the work ethic, that are my target market. Where are they hanging out? Where can I start approaching or putting myself in front of them so that they can start approaching me? That's the key of what we're talking about, guys. So really the solution to this is all in the system. Okay, so what you want to do as a leader, if you want to make money in network marketing, guys, don't let anybody fool you. It's the leaders that make the money, and the leaders are the ones that already have a pre-developed plan or pre-developed system that helps them build their business. That's why they're leaders. Okay, so if you want to make the big money in network marketing, you may not want to. You may just be looking for $2,000 to $3,000 a month. Then that's fine. That doesn't make you a bad person. But if you're looking to be one of the guys that are making the big dollars, then you want to step up your leadership. And what does that mean? That means that you are putting in place systems that help your group, help your team grow and develop. So one of the key things you want to do is obviously develop a lead capture system that fits your particular needs, fits your company needs, fits your target market. So you put that in place. You use that system as a recruiting tool. So what do I mean by that? What that means is this, guys. Network marketing today in the 21st century is not anything new. Okay, and online marketing is not anything new. We've been around for a while now, and people already know about the great companies. They know about, yeah, I heard that 50-year-old company is a great company and is making $1 billion in sales, but I just don't know how to, I can't see myself marketing that thing. So what you got to do is kind of develop a system, develop a lead capture system that hits your target market, and then you use that system as a recruiting tool. In other words, you say, hey, John, look, this is the great company we talked about, but let me show you what I'm doing to get leads. Let me show you how I'm getting people to approach me for this business. So now what you're actually doing is, not only did you develop the system, but you're actually using the system to recruit more people by showing them the efficiency and the effectiveness of your system. So as you're developing your team, then you are now also teaching your team how to use the system and how to recruit with the system. It's very duplicatable, guys, when you look at it in that fashion. Now, again, people are looking for systems. They know about the great nutritional product. They know about the fantastic savings they could have on their telephone if they switch to ABC company. They know about all those things. They just can't see themselves being successful in that particular business, and that's where you, as a leader, step in and show them what you've developed, how you've come to know this great way of gathering and building your business by using this specific system. That's what works, guys. And if you can get people to do that, then to actually see themselves in that position, then you're going to start approaching, or going to start recruiting the right people into your organization. So with all that said, the bottom line is this: it's a numbers game, guys. So the key, again, going back to the beginning, right? Put yourself in front of the right target market. That's the key. Put yourself in a big way. Find your target market, where they're hanging out online or offline, and put yourself in front of them, so that you can get large numbers to start going into your funnel system. Now, they go into your funnel system, and hopefully your funnel system, if it's set up the right way, you're capturing names and you're following up with emails and telephone calls. Again, guys, we discussed this. We've discussed this several times, but this is not something. The online marketing that you do shouldn't be just hands off. I don't want to speak to anybody type of deal. What you want to do is you want to start capturing names. You want to develop relationships. You want to get on the phone with people and say, look, I'm here to help. If you have any questions, this is my number. This is how you can reach me. This is how I can help you. And you want to, use your autoresponder to follow up with them through emails. And again, like we just touched on, you want to demonstrate your business building system. You want to have that in place already, so that way when you do make contacts or you are hitting them with your autoresponder, you can show them, look, this is, if you go to this page right now, you'll see how I am attracting leads for my business, and I'm getting so many leads, and so many are dropping through the system, and so many are coming out at the bottom that are joining my group. Now, once that happens, guys, a lot of times you're not even going to have to close. People will close themselves. But once that happens, once you demonstrate that, and once you've built a little rapport with them, that's when you're going to be able to close. So, and here's the thing. I'm going to scare you guys a little bit, but here's the reality. All right, guys? We talked in the beginning about how the compensation systems, every company says, hey, you just need 4 on your front line. And those 4 get 4, and the 4 get 4, but the fact of the matter is, we don't know who's gonna do anything. So my challenge to you is set in your mind to sponsor 100 people, recruit 100 members personally. You do that yourself, and you may not need to do that. All right, but set that as your goal. You may do that. You may surpass that. You may recruit 500 people. I don't know. You may get that good at capturing leads and putting yourself in front of the right target market that tons of people are coming to you. So, and guys, the reality is some people, some top earners have 20, 30, 40, 50 people every single month that they're recruiting. So 100, is that a big number? Not to them. And it can also be for you. It could be a number that's doable for you. 100 people. I could sponsor 100 people in a year. So that's kind of the target that you want to put yourself in. Now, out of those 100, 70 to 80 will do nothing more than buy your product. They're going to be there, and they're going to leave you a little drop of change for your residual, maybe a big portion of change for your residual. I don't know what your compensation system is, but 70 or 80 will do nothing, okay, other than buy your product and stay on the product. If they really love it, they could be on for years, or they can be anywhere from a month or two and drop off. Who knows? That's just the reality of it. Out of those 100 that you're going to sponsor, 10 or 15 are going to be semi-active. These are not bad people. These are people that are just getting their feet wet, maybe, or just, have limited time to do their business or whatever it is, but they're semi-active. They're recruiting here and there, and they're building at a slower pace. What you're looking for is the 5 to 10 that are really just jumping into it and saying, I see the vision, I'm running with this thing. If you can get the 5 to 10 that are doing that, then those are the people that are going to make your fortune. Those are the people that are going to really, really put everything together for you. So ultimately, that's what you're looking for, guys. You're looking for, I'm going to shoot for 100. I know already beforehand that 70 or 80 are not going to be doing much but other than buying the product. I know that I'm going to come across 10 or 15 that are going to be semi-active, that are going to do some part of the business. And I know that if I go through those numbers, I'm going to find me 5 to 10 people that are serious players. 5 people, guys. 5 serious players. 5 people that say, I'm running with this thing, can make you a fortune. Okay? So that's why it's so important, guys, for you to go through the numbers. You go through the numbers by setting yourself up, putting yourself in the right target market, getting the right lead capture system in place to do that, and going through the numbers. The numbers will work themselves out if you're putting yourself in the right place, in front of the right market, and having people coming towards you. That's what it's all about, guys. And that's the reality of it, guys. And you know what? The truth is, network marketing is a great game, okay? But sometimes we misrepresent ourselves. The company misrepresents itself, and then we follow up and pass that chain down, and we give people false expectations. That's why we've got a bad name, and that's why, you know, we see so much attrition. Now, attrition is going to happen, okay? Like I said, 70 to 80% of the people are not going to do anything but buy. They're just going to buy the service or the product, and they're going to be there, and they're going to provide you with a good residual. But the real leaders are going to be somewhere there, and you might find one real leader, the first person you recruit, right? It might be the big shot. It might be the guy that leads you to nirvana. But don't expect that, and just keep going through the numbers. Just keep going and teaching and developing people, and hopefully, like I said, you have some kind of a system where you can tell a person, listen, this is how I'm gathering leads. This is how I'm developing. I'm passing people to go into my system, into my business, and this is how I'm growing, and this is how I'm going to teach you to do it. So that's what they need to hear. That's what's going to get the numbers going for you. That's what's going to put in place a system that can grow your business very, very quickly. So with that said, any questions, guys?